Let's go over the pin-loaded hack squat. First, let's get our nomenclature out of the way. What is a hack squat? And don't confuse it with a leg press. So a hack squat, traditionally speaking, is when the platform stays stationary and your upper body is moving against the resistance. So normally there's something on your shoulders or there's something on your hips, but you are moving while the platform stays stationary. Contrast this with the leg press. The leg press traditionally is defined as your upper body remaining stationary and the platform is moving. Now let's talk about the difference between pin loaded and plate loaded. So pin loaded, very simply put, you increase resistance or decrease resistance based on where you put the pin in the machine. Plate loaded, like it's basically in the name, you are adding plate or taking plate off of the machine to add or subtract resistance. Now that we know what a hack squat actually is, how do we use it? So in my hack squat, in my gym, there's two positions that you can choose. So you can choose an upright position or you can choose a flat position. The upright position, the benefits of that is number one, it's easier to get on and off of. So a lot of my older clientele, they like that upright position because it's as simple as swinging their legs on and swinging their legs off. Also, being in that upright position, the force is dissipated across a larger area. So I had a customer that was coming off of shoulder surgery, and for them to have all of the force rest squarely on their shoulders, like in the flat position, that was too painful. So we had to take an upright position so they could actually execute the hack squat. In that flat position, again, the force, what you're pressing against is squarely on your shoulders. Yes, there's a little bit of drag on your upper body, but by and large, it's squarely on your shoulders. So that could be more comfortable with people who have lower back pathologies. Now, in terms of how it's actually recruiting the muscles, in theory, if you're sitting more upright, your hips should be closer to your knees, which may load your quads, specifically your rectus femoris, slightly less. I don't know if there's any studies on that. I'm just going based off of what I understand on anatomy and physiology. Whereas if you're flat, in theory, your hips should be a little further away from your knee and maybe you're able to load that rectus femoris a little bit better. But in practice, I don't really see a huge difference based on where you're positioning your upper body. I find anecdotally, by using it, by training with it and training customers with it, it has more to do with the position of the feet. Because on my hack squat, there's two positions that you can take. You can take the upper platform or you can take the lower platform. Before I describe the difference there, let's talk about foot placement and position. Okay, I encourage people to either take a toes forward or toes slightly angled out position. I don't encourage people to go toes in. Reason being is because most people seem to have excessive valgus when they're going toes in on the hack squat, which is not really good for your knees. Okay, most people can't handle that, and I encourage people to try to keep their knees in line with their toes. There's an old wives' tale that if your knees come over your toes, that's very damaging, and if you already have healthy knees, I don't actually think that's correct. In fact, if you're looking at what's hot right now in fitness, the knees over toe guy is the #1 guy in fitness right now, and he actually emphasizes getting your knees over your toes to strengthen and increase mobility in your knees. But anecdotally, if I have my feet on the upper platform, when I have my feet up high, I feel it a little bit more in my vastus lateralis, so my outer quad sweep. When I keep my feet low, I feel it throughout my entire quad. So now that we understand that there's two back positions, we understand that there's two foot positions, that gives you a couple different combinations. Now let's talk about what's best for who. So if you're somebody with knee issues, maybe back issues, maybe you're a little bit older, I'm gonna encourage you to take that upright position, feet on the upper platform. If you're somebody that's looking to get something unique out of the hack squat, that you're not gonna get out of the leg press and you're not really gonna get out of the squat, you're trying to do a different angle, a different range of motion. You have healthy knees, you're younger, it's easy for you to get on and off the hack squat. I'm gonna encourage you to have a flat back and your feet low on the platform and going through a nice full range of motion. Reason being is because it's gonna force you to stay more upright than you would in a regular squat. You're also gonna have more forward knee travel than you would in a regular squat. I believe this is a unique angle that's hard to achieve outside of the hack squat. So why not use the hack squat in a way that is very unique, as long as you're healthy and you can do it pain-free. This is how I use the hack squat, and this is how I encourage all of my customers to use the hack squat, as long as they don't have shoulder pathologies, lower back pathologies, or knee pathologies. Look guys, I hope that cleared something up. Now you can explain the difference between a hack squat and a leg press. You can experiment with the different adjustments for our hack squat, and you can figure out what works best for you. Again, for me, I like the flat back, feet low, nice full range of motion, but everybody's a little bit different. Try it out, see what you like. If you're interested in a standard 10-week program, if you're somebody that's new to the gym, you wanna know how to use this equipment in an actual program, we are going to be putting out a 10-week program, stock program, your first 10 weeks in the gym very, very soon. So if it's not in the description, come back to this video, check on it later, because it will be in that description very soon. If you're interested in some online coaching, some actual programming based off of your experience, you're a little more experienced in the gym, I'm gonna put our email in the description down below. So send that in an email and we can do some programming for you. If you're at the gym and you're interested in personal training, you want to do some one-on-one stuff, you want us to look at your technique, you want to have us basically guide you every step of the way, just grab myself or grab one of my staff members and we can absolutely do that for you. I'm Alex Wallace. This channel is a more complete beast, but what you saw is Wallace Fitness Center. That's my small business. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share this video if somebody will benefit from it, and I will see you in the next video.